feel the power? Can you feel the power? Feel the power of double XI.
Positive Power 21.org. Internet radio.
You're listening to Royce Live Worldwide Podcast.
Hey, my name is Davis and I'm from Haiti, but I live in Dominican Republic. I'm here, Positive Power 21, Jerry Royce Live Worldwide.
That's right, you tell them, little buddy. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to Late Night with Jervis Live Worldwide, right here on Positive Power Double XI Radio Network. And we joined by the lovely Kelly Holland right here in the beautiful Charm City. That's right, y'all. Hope everybody's staying safe. Right, keep your social distancing and quarantine. That's right. Share your own germs with your family. That's going to be amazing to see what happens when everybody be among each other. We probably be catching the normal flu then. Not just being around germs, other people's germs. It's going to be interesting. All right, tonight we're joined by Brandon Roberts. He's our special guest. He's here to share his awesome music with us. Tell us about his music journey. That's right. He's going to be a little transparent tonight with Kelly. But Kelly, we'll get it out of you. He will get it out of you. Right, Kelly Holland? Get it out of you. You make people cry on the show. That's what she does. What's up?
Hey, Batman. Hey, Charm City. It's me, Miss Unspeakable Joy, Kelly Holland.
I gotta get Lady Crystal in here with you so she could tell you about her journey. I know she's listening to the show.
I would love to hear her story.
Yeah.
I love hearing these stories because these are not tragic stories. These are testimony stories that we have to share with all of you. So, you know, you're not alone.
That's
Whatever
right.
it is, you are not alone. And so
That's
you
right.
get through it.
So you think,
I love to hear those stories.
So you think when
Batman.
people,
No, I do.
So you think when people share their their journey, what they went through, and tell you about how they came out of the storm, you think that help keep people out of depression? Because I think sometimes you think you're by yourself
do.
is when you get sad.
Well, that's what depression does. It isolates you like a horrible boyfriend. It just takes away all your confidence, all your strength. Your mind starts playing all type of self-hate tricks on you, and you start to believe your mind, and you start to fall victim to your mind, and your body will do what your brain tells it to do. Now you sick all over. So, yes. It is helpful when we share our stories because these are stories that bring victory. These are stories that says you are not alone, whatever you've been through. Yes, it will be hard, but you have a process to go through. And so we briefly explain that process in hopes to let people know that you too can recover.
That's
and so,
right.
yeah, I believe it helps.
Yeah, we had some powerful stuff. And I also want to get Diane Duckett on here with you, too, Dr. Diane Duckett. She's a new podcaster, too. We're going to try to make some room for her. I know you and I talked about doing some stuff on Fridays, but, Batman got to have some time off. But anyway, you absolutely right. You're so right about that because, just like when I was first, dealing with my illness, being diabetic, I didn't really know what was going on because, it's not like the doctor's going to send you to a group and, in a circle of friends and stuff like they just going to send you to, the people who going to get the people going to get your money. That's what they're going to send it to you. So after you finish being shocked over your bills and stuff that's coming in, you ain't thinking about no group. You think it's going to cost you money. So
Not only that,
I'm sorry.
I really think the group part is a component that needs to be celebrated more so because they leave it up to the victim to find these resources for themselves. They can't even think past go.
Right,
Their mind
exactly.
is cluttered with noise.
It is.
So to put them in an area where they can get that treatment component, to be honest with you, man, I think that treatment component should be in everything we do. I need it. I know kids perform better when they have counselors. It's not just in the guidance office. When they get to have that one-on-one time. And it goes the same way for adults. I think if we were, whatever the doctor treated us with, we should also get followed up with a mental health component because that also relaxes you and it also gives you the support that you need. If you had been diagnosed with whatever and then they sent you to a group that met every Tuesday or every other Tuesday and it was a bunch of people with your exact problem, wouldn't you feel strengthened?
Yeah, you're right.
You're
right. Because I didn't get a chance to do that because they were all asking for money. Then they were so far away and I couldn't make the time. But a good friend of mine that was helping us with the podcast, Miss Patrice Jackson, shout out to her. She actually said, "Yeah, you know, they got a lot of those groups on Facebook," and she was right. They had like 100,000, 300,000. I was like, wow, is that many people sick in the world? Oh, it was like 60. I think the smallest group was 30,000. I was like, dang, is that many people sick? So, you know, but they was like really messed up. So they made me feel better about myself because they were way worse off than I was. I mean, they were like, man, some of you didn't hear from no more. It was bad.
That's not the intended purpose, but yes, those realities are there too. And yes, they can bring you into your victory as well. Just to know that, hey, somebody else made it and they did completely worse than me.
Yeah, I made a movie about it. It was so bad. I said, let me make a movie about this. And shout out to Sean Ray Price and Dupree. They helped put my music together. I'm ready to release this thing real soon. As soon as I clean myself up so I can get in front of the camera. I just got to do my part. I got everything. I got the interviews. I got doctors' testimony. I got new stuff. Yeah, I just got to add my piece. I better get that done. Anyway,
think it's time. Come on, Batman.
Let's bring out. Yeah, I know it's going to be phenomenal too. I was just thinking about it the other day. Yeah, we got to get Mr. Roberts on here. But real quick, I want you guys to stick with us, y'all, during the week because we've been releasing a lot of powerful documentary. Just released one on Ona Judd. A lot of people don't know who Ona Judd is. She was enslaved by the Washingtons, Martha and George Washington, while he was the president. That's right. They got books out there on it, so I encourage you to look her up on YouTube. And phenomenal story. Also, we're releasing some docuseries on black men called Who I Am. These are black men doing positive things. They got Grammys. They're winning Emmys. They're doing stuff in the community. So we're going to be releasing these every week on my late night show, which is airing on the Earth Channel and Comcast on Channel 25 in Atlanta, Georgia. But if you're not living in that area, you can pick it up on the Earth Channel. And that show airs every Wednesday night at 11 o'clock p.m. But we also released the YouTube footage. So stay on that channel and check it out, y'all. We doing some great things. Just like this young man right here named Brandon Roberts. What's up, Mr. Roberts? How you doing, sir?
Hey, what's going on?
Good, man. Thanks for joining us, man. Appreciate you.
Oh, man, the pleasure's all mine. Thank y'all for having me.
You're welcome. We're looking forward to
it's our pleasure.
Yeah, we're looking forward to the interview. So look, I'm going to back off, man. I just wanted to say hello to you, man, and Kelly's going to take charge, and you guys have a great show. Amen.
Okay, sweet.
Hey, Brandon, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing well as well. That's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining me this evening. It's such a pleasure to have you. I'm sure you're so busy, so I appreciate you making time to come on the Positive Power XXI Radio. Could you please tell the listeners who you are and what it is that you do?
Okay, I'm Brandon Roberts. I'm 26 years old. I'm an R&B and soul singer from Suffolk, Virginia. I've been singing for about a long while. I started singing when I was 6. Started out in the church, still in the church, but I kind of ventured out on my own doing the R&B and soul thing. So.
Well, thank you. You have any new projects coming out that you're working on? You could just say yes or no.
I am. I'm working on an EP that should be released by the end of the summer, hopefully. I just dropped a new video to one of my singles called Again. That's available on YouTube. I got Again is available on all digital media outlets also.
Awesome. When did you decide that you were going to maybe distance yourself from the church and go into this R&B realm? Like, did you get a lot of backlash for it, or how did that go for you?
It was kind of welcoming from most. I started when I left and went to college. It was kind of a thing that I always wanted to do. I mean, even through high school, I was doing talent shows. I was doing R&B and all that kind of stuff. So I've been writing and kind of developing my own music since high school. Also,
is that what you put out?
No, I didn't start putting out until after college, when I started really going hard at being an R&B artist.
How is it breaking into the industry? For those that are pursuing a career, they don't really know what steps to take. Is it
It's
hard? Is
definitely-
it hard?
I would say it's hard, especially like as
Why?
far as like it's because it's like abroad, like being an R&B artist. It comes from all like different angles because like you got pop now that's considered R&B, which is really not R&B to me in a sense. So it's like you battling with all these different kind of artists when it comes to like R&B. But me personally, I just kind of just stay in my own lane.
Okay. Who did you look up to when you turned over to this R&B flavor? Like, what were your inspirations?
Definitely Raphael Sadiq, D'Angelo, John Legend, those kind of guys.
Okay. I like that. So it's more of a soul type music that you produce, right?
Most definitely, because it still feel like church a little bit. it feel like
Explain that. Explain that concept to me.
Yeah,
how is that?
It feels good. Like I grew up singing quartet.
Okay.
I still sing quartet now, so it definitely feels good. It feels good. I mean, they kind of keep it where like all of the instruments are still generic. You still got a regular guitar. You still got a regular bass guitar. Everything just is all in the one. And I'm a big Motown fan. I grew up listening to the Temptations and stuff like that. So music that sounds like real music to me is a thing for me.
I love it. I was just telling my kids the other day, these 2-minute songs that they blasting isn't enough. I said, you need a 5 to 7 minute song, some Earth, Wind, and Fire in your life, baby. So,
right. Yeah, like
now I'm ancient.
I'm a big David Ruffin fan and like Smokey Robinson and those kind of guys. So that's why I kind of like music that still feel like Motown is kind of sort of.
So when you were in college, and you were going through your educational journey, first of all, what did you major in?
I majored in graphic and web design.
Okay, that's a big industry. Do you do any work in that area?
Oh yeah, I run.
Is that what pays the bills?
Pretty much in a sense. I work at the school too, but I run my own business too.
Okay, so what's that? 3 or 4 jobs I counted so far? I know that's right, Black man. That's right. You can't make it in this world with one job. You better have more than one income source. Oh my gosh, I say it so much. I get so upset with people that are good friends of mine. Like, have I taught you nothing?
Right.
You must have more than one income. You must.
Yeah.
You must.
I stay on and go day in and day out. Day in and day out.
I love your
music,
energy.
it's work.
Really? That discipline?
Yeah.
Okay.
If it ain't music, it's work.
But kids nowadays, that's like their outlet, just like it was during Motown. You know, you get these talented people together, they pull out something that, you know, is mediocre to great, and then the greats rise above. That's how the story's always told. Right.
Exactly.
So, but what about all these kids? They want to be rappers, they want to be singers, but they seem like they don't really have, like you have your other projects in the midst, your other income sources in the midst. I'm just curious, what type of things do kids deal with when they're trying to get into your limelight?
Well, I work with kids. I work with kids too because I'm also a track and field coach. So it's like I see these kind of kids. I see these kind of kids every single day, and it's just like kids now today are just like they're just one dimensional. And it's like it's bad in a sense, like they one dimensional. It's like when I straight out of high school, I didn't plan to go to college. It was either the military type thing or I was just gonna go and work. But in a sense, when I was able to like make up my mind and say, okay, I'm gonna go to school. Either way, I had a plan B. In a sense, most kids just put all of their marbles in one bucket and think that's what's gonna come out of it. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly, so, and that's what I'm talking about. Like when I'm in that school systems and I say, okay, name 3 careers you like to have. A football player, basketball player, I want to be a YouTuber. I'm thinking like,
and all of those are not guaranteed. All of those things.
None of those.
They won't. It's like 1 in a million chance.
For each job.
Yeah, exactly. It's like 1 in a million chances for each job.
Exactly. I'm glad we're on the same page. Okay, so what was your transition, or did you always have this type of methodology as you were coming up as a young man? Like, who inspired you to think this way? Was it from parents? Was it from mentors? Was it the village that raised you? I'm just curious because I don't speak to many 26-year-old brown people that are making an impact like you are. You're in the music industry. You have your private business. You give back to the community. These are great attributes. I'm sure people are curious. How did you get that? I know you didn't wake up with all this programming and you just went out into the world. So let's get to the nitty gritty, Brandon.
Right. Definitely. Like my dad and my older brother were definitely like big influences on my life because just watching how they maneuver and how even doing like when they faced obstacles, they always seem to find a way out of it. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like watching them as I grew up, it was just like, I want to be like my brother, or I want to be like my dad. It was just, those two kind of like made me who I am as far as like mental toughness and like being mentally strong or being headstrong and not giving up on what it is you choose to do. Even if it's not what you want to do, you're going to put, your best foot forward and make it happen until you get to where you really want to be. So definitely my oldest brother and my dad.
I am so glad to hear those words come out of your mouth. You have that figure in your life. What do you think would have happened? And this is completely hypothetical. What do you think would have happened if you did not have your father and your brother to do what they did for your life? Do you think you would be the same person?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
I'm glad for your honesty.
If it wasn't for my brother, I'm telling you, if it wasn't for my brother and the things that he done, and I didn't see him do those things, I definitely wouldn't be who I am today.
That is beautiful. How important do you feel the male figure is for today's youth?
Oh man, it's extremely important. Yeah, it's extremely important. Because I face a lot of kids. I see a lot of kids who don't have like father figures, or who live in a single parent home with just a mom. You know what I'm saying? And I see those kids struggle day in and day out.
They do.
It's definitely important.
They do. I would like to switch off to one of your songs. I think it would be fitting right now, and it's called Good Loving. Before we play this song, give me a little inspiration behind Good Loving. Wait a minute. Is this the right song for the moment? Wait a minute. Probably not.
I mean, it'll neither one. I mean, the ones that were chosen, they really just they based off the experience. So whichever one you choose, it'll go. It'll be fine.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and stick with it. We are listening. You're scaring me. You're scaring me.
You good?
Maybe the song applies to us. Thank you. Listeners, if you are just tuning in, this song probably applies to our message. Maybe not, but this is great music.
It definitely doesn't apply to the message, but it's good.
I'm glad. So we are online with Brandon Roberts, and we are sharing his music with you today. Listeners, again, this is Good Lovin' by Brandon Roberts on Positive Power, XXI.
You're listening to Royce Worldwide Podcast.
Felt this way before. No. And girl, I never been so sure, but everything about this feels so right. Girl, I can't help myself. I don't wanna be with anyone else, nobody but you. Girl, I need that good loving, yeah. about you, girl. It's breathtaking, baby, I can't shake. No, no, I don't know if I should feel like this over one small date, a simple little kiss, but I can't help that you gave me chills. How you made me feel on the day that we met. Those eyes, that face got me set. I'm falling for you, and I must confess I can't help myself. I don't wanna be with anyone else, nobody but you. Girl, I need that good loving, yeah. Girl, you got me hypnotized by your yeah. Girl, you help me sleep at night with you. Girl, your love is all I need. Yes, yeah. Girl, you've been so good to me. It brings me ecstasy. I never felt this way before. No, 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 no. And it's unbelievable that a guy like me would meet a girl like you, and it's such a miracle that we could be together as one. Cause I can't help myself. I don't wanna be with anyone else. No, I can't help myself. I don't wanna be with anyone else. No, I can't help myself. I don't I can't help myself. I don't wanna be anyone else. You and only you. Yeah.
Beautiful. I like it.
Thank you.
You are welcome, sir. Do you make your own music as well?
All right, yes, ma'am, I do, and I actually I work with a lot of other musicians too. Actually, Christopher Stevens, he played and produced that one.
Okay.
He was on the air last night.
You know, I love to hear when people are just woven in to their passion, you know, because it takes time and experience and maturity to get where you're going to go. And it takes being resilient to the word no to get anywhere in this business. So congratulations to you, black man. You are welcome. I have a few questions, more so about the industry, because we've been hitting on this all night. If this is just the music industry, I don't think it ever went away for brown communities. I think it just grew more and more, from the soft, subtle musics to hip hop to rap, and now it's a $1 billion industry. And so I'm curious, as you see all these kids pop up and they get in their 5 minutes of light or whatever it's called, how are you able to sustain in your market, in your area of the business?
Well, really, it's kind of just being in the right place at the right time, or uploading something at the right time for people to see it and for it to go viral. Because it'd be a whole lot of just somebody can just post a video who's not even an artist and just elevate and go elsewhere where they didn't even think it was gonna go. So it's just like, now it ain't really like, hey, let me go inside of this record label and present my project and hopefully they'll take it or sign me or do whatever. It's not even like that no more. So it's just like, for me, it's just like, continue to make good music, continue to push, and whatever come out of it, gonna come out of it. At the end of the day, again, back to that, putting all your marbles in the one bucket, that ain't gonna cut. You know what I'm saying? You just make the best of what you can do. People gonna like it. Some people gonna hate it. But I mean, at the end of the day, if you feel comfortable with it, go with it.
Yeah, I agree. And since we're standing firm on this topic, do not put all your marbles in one bag. How should you diversify them? You know, so when you start your digital marketing practice, was it difficult for you to retain clients?
Actually, it grew rapidly, and it grew to a point to where it was going so fast that I was just like, whoa, I gotta realize I am only one person. I mean, it came times where it's like, yo, I barely sleep. I'm just really just working all the time, nonstop. But it was
what a problem to have, right? What a problem to have.
You're like, wow. I mean, income wise, like financially, you looking at it and it's like, yo, this is great. But then again, you're looking at it like, when am I ever gonna get a break? But it's just when you're working for yourself, that's just what it is. But at the same time,
you're right.
It had its peaks like anything else though. Because one minute it'll be zooming, then the next minute you just like, wow, I got like one project or I got like two projects. but it's just one of them things where it's a high and a low. You gotta kind of.
And I'm glad you. Well, that's good that you're speaking of your successes and your failures. And I like that part, you know, and people, if they don't understand the greatness in learning the successes and failures, they aren't paying attention. So let me connect the dots for you listeners. See, when a person takes the time to tell you how they gained their success, what they're really telling you is that they were overcoming all of their failures. And if they're nice enough to share with you those failures, you'll slowly see that they had to continue to persevere. And so out of that failure comes the greatest success. All right? So there it is in a nutshell.
Absolutely.
So even though you miss some sleep some nights, does that change from you losing sleep because you was out partying all night and Friday turned into Saturday and now we're getting breakfast, or like, you know what I mean? It's different.
It's very different because it's just like, I mean, I really did. I mean, I did a lot of that stuff in college, but now it's just like, I don't really it just be strictly what it is. Work.
Just work.
That's it. Yeah. But then it's like too, it'd be like losing sleep, and sleep is nice because you're trying to find ways and other ways to try to build what you already got, what you already established. So it's not necessarily a bad losing sleep. You know what I'm saying? It's more so like, I know I got to put this time in regardless if I want my situations to grow and to elevate.
How much time do you give yourself to just be at peace?
I might take a day or two.
Okay.
I may take a day or two where I actually just don't do nothing.
That's what I was going to ask you. How much of work are you still doing on your day of one or two? Those things are important. You know, if you don't take time out to smell the roses, recharge, you know, just step away from it all, you'll get burnt out. And so I'm just curious.
Like, your mental state is important, and I had to learn that the hard way because it was just like I was breaking down, man. I'm telling you, I was breaking down. I was just like, yo, I don't know how long I'm gonna do this. I don't know how. For real, but it just took some time. It's like, yo, just sit back, take time to yourself. It'll be all right. You'll figure it out eventually, but don't keep running yourself rugged.
I completely agree. And I was trying to say that message myself, but look at you and all your experience. you know the message. You resonate with it, and I'm glad you did. I'm glad you did, because that was one of the healthiest answers I was looking for. Is, you know, do you take time out for just branding? A day with no cell phone, if that's what it means. I don't know if people can handle that, but
no, I get to a point where you got to, because looking at a computer all day or anything, my eyes start hurting.
They do. They should. They should. Have you heard of a blue headache? I think my son told me he had a blue headache.
You start seeing stuff. You start seeing stuff you ain't really seeing. little black dot. You be tripping out.
Brother, take a nap. Take a nap, brother.
Just close your eyes for about 2 minutes. You be stuck.
Let me ask you this. It's a little different than what we've been talking about. But sometimes when I'm just like, I've worn myself out, and before I go to bed, I got to hit my prayer and get in position and speak to God. But I've been known to fall asleep from time to time in the middle of that prayer.
Just go right to sleep.
That never happened to you?
Man, listen. No, I it's been some time. You just get down there, you just be talking, and then next thing you know, it's just silent. You wake up again like, how did I end up on the floor? You know what I'm saying? It's one of them things. You be messed up.
You don't even know you went to sleep till you woke up.
Right.
Trying to finish
You wake
that
up and it's
sentence
a
to the Lord.
whole other day. You're like, hey, bro. I know you.
You had me feeling like I was by
trying to say.
myself.
You're good. You're good.
The Lord knows my heart.
Right. You knew everything I was trying to get across.
Yep. Before it even came in my mind, Lord.
Exactly. You knew everything I was trying to get across.
The way you approached that, you had me thinking for a second that I was by myself. You're like, did you fall asleep praying to the Lord? Yeah. Oh, okay, yeah, I understand that. For a minute, I thought I was by myself. I was like, Jesus, don't hurt me.
Right.
Well, that's good to know. I'm not a weirdo on my own. That's great to know. Do you still sing with your church family? Do you ever bless them with your voice?
I'm still a part of a quartet right now, to this day. Maurice Jansen, one accord. Oh, yeah.
Yes. Awesome.
Yeah.
Does the church ever ridicule you for making your type of music, the R&B soul music?
Nah, not really. Not really. I mean, a lot of people now they're more supportive. I mean, they're more supportive now. And I don't know if it's because of just who I am and I've been around and this, that, and the third, but they're very supportive of it now.
That is a great thing to hear. So you don't have any adversities coming to you in these fields of
I try
income.
to keep. Well, I try to keep it as clean as possible anyway. Too. I mean, to me, I don't feel that there's nothing wrong with music talking about love, music talking about relationships, music talking about stuff like that. Because at the end of the day, have these people that's in the church, like, y'all wouldn't have been here if it wasn't for your mom and your dad and the love that they share with each other. You know what I'm saying?
You ain't lying.
At the end of the day, like, yeah. Like, I mean, Stevie Wonder talked about it. So if you talk about Stevie, I mean, you listen to Stevie Wonder, you listen to any of these other cats, they talked about love making. They talked about all this kind of stuff.
And they did, and it was all in metaphors. And then when you got older, you like, oh my goodness, I know what they saying. Exactly. Like, oh my gosh, they was nasty. But now you get instructions.
My grandmama now, they be in church and they be talking about this, that, and the third, and then they get home and they listen to Stevie Wonder and Bobby Womack and all these kind of cats.
He's mellowed out.
So, yeah.
Do you own a record player?
Nah, you know, I was looking for one recently though.
No vinyl.
No, I want one bad though.
Okay, you better hop on Amazon. Like they got everything. You seem, I don't know why I asked you that, but I just felt like it contributed to your characteristics and personality.
Yeah, I
like
really
you
want
should
one.
have a vinyl record player. Yep. Yeah.
I want one.
Yeah, I think you should. And put your music on one. And that's a classic.
Yeah, that would be super dope.
That would be. That would be a little nostalgic, but it sounds nice. I like it too.
Yeah.
You can have that idea. You can have
it. I'm definitely going to take it. I'm going to run with it. I'm going to take it all the way.
Go for it. Amen.
I'm going to even give you credit. Like, hey, listen, this is not my idea. But we're going to roll with it.
Okay, I appreciate it. The Lord will make it work for the both of us.
Absolutely.
Yes, He will. Yes, He will. We do have another song of yours. I like to listen to that this evening. It's called Again.
Sweet. That's the video that just dropped. Yeah, that's the one.
Oh, on YouTube? I saw it. I see. It's doing good on YouTube. Good for you. I would like to know. Well, I mean... Maybe you have higher expectations than what I did, but I'm looking at this like, oh my gosh. Okay. Could you tell us your inspiration behind it?
I mean,
Again.
you really gonna make me talk about it?
I would like you to, but you don't have to. You can plead the fifth. You can say next question.
It's another experience. It's another experience.
Okay.
You know? Yeah. Yep. That's all I'm gonna say.
Now I'm saying that's it, huh? Okay.
That's all you're gonna get. I don't want to go into that.
Right.
That's what we're gonna roll with.
And that's okay. And that is completely okay. So, listeners, we are going to play another song by Brandon. It is called Again. You are missing out if you're not listening to us. So please tune in right now. Again, whoever you are, we are going to play the song by Brandon Roberts. It's titled Again on Positive Power XXI.
You're listening to Jerry Royce Live Worldwide Podcast.
With just only 2 words, it would be true love. History in the making. So let's go back in time to when we were 16. When I would sneak over to your spot, I didn't care if we get caught. I still remember our first kiss. The very first time I felt your lips, I had no clue you'd be my missus, right? But do we have a lot to show? We've been through a lot, but our love is eternal. Through the good times, the bad times, baby, just know I would do it again. I would do it again. I would do it again. If I had to start over, I would do it again. I would do it again. I would do it again. Yeah. 6 years later, I'm all alone. I'm thinking to myself just where we went wrong, baby. Been through hell and back. Now I regret that you're gone, baby. All the fights we had, it was a risk. And all the late night tears, what we forget. All the late night love making. A roller coaster ride that never ends. Do we have a lot to show? We've been through a lot, but our love is eternal. Through the good times, the bad times, baby, just know I would do it again. I would do it again. I would do it again. Each and every day I know I would do it again. I would do it again. I would do it again. Yes, I would. I would take you to the moon and back. I'll tell you my secrets and that's a fact. I would tell you that I love you. I tell you that I never wanna lose you. Make love to you endlessly. Impregnate you with my baby. I'm trying to tell you through the good and bad. Baby, just know that I do it again. Yeah. Baby, I will do it again. If I had to start.
Hello.
And we're back.
Yes, we are, sir. And I really enjoyed your song again. I even more so enjoyed watching the video. And so I have questions about that.
Thank you. Sweet.
You are welcome. So where are you? Where's the setting? It looks like you're in a creek. I mean, like in the woods, or what's going on here?
Location. It was okay,
unknown locations are cool.
Yeah.
Okay. I see you up here, Mr. Dapper Dan, white jacket. Okay. And then he's dragging the microphone. It seems so dramatic. And then you go into baby.
You know where I got the idea from? You know where I got the idea?
This is definitely some Temptation stuff. What?
Yeah, but look, right, so I got this suit from Joe Thomas. If you look at Joe
Really?
Thomas and the way that Joe Thomas dressed, I was like, yo, I want to be like him, except on one bald head. So, yeah, that's where I got the idea from. And then I felt like my inner David Ruffin channeling a little bit. Like,
there we go. I heard that.
Go with it.
Okay, I like it. This is cool, and it's so like calming and relaxing. But then you got your message in there. Yeah, a little freaky message. I heard it. That's okay, just like you said.
That was for the church folks.
Yeah, well, you know, the millennials.
That was for the millennial church.
Well, Brandon, it's been such a pleasure speaking with you this evening. I really, truly appreciate. You are so welcome. I really appreciate all of the advice that you gave, your real life experiences that you shared, especially the industry knowledge that you dropped this evening. You kept it real with us, and I appreciate that. Thank you, sir. Before we go, you are welcome. I would like to give you the opportunity to share your platform. How can people reach you and your music?
You can find me on Instagram, Brandon the Singer. You can find me on Facebook at Brandon Roberts. You can find any of my music on iTunes, all digital media outlets. And, of course, the video is on YouTube. You can check that out, too.
Awesome. One last question.
What's
your favorite? And you can only have one. What is your favorite scripture?
I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me.
Yes, you can, Black man. And that there it is. Yes, you can, and I'm honored to be here with you. Before we leave, I just want to go ahead and say a prayer for you. This is how we close our show, and that'll be it, sir. So here we go. Heavenly Father, I thank you for this young man right here this evening. I thank you for the vessel that you've created. I thank you for the opportunity that you placed at his feet. I ask you, Lord God, to continue to fulfill him according to your word, to fulfill his purpose and his destiny along the lines of all of these other greats that you set aside for us to admire and to learn from. I thank you, Lord God, for the work ethic, for the examples he was given, and also for your love that completely shines over him. In Jesus' name, I ask that you never leave or forsake, and that you only have forgiveness in your heart for this young man. In Jesus' name, I say thank you and amen.
Amen, amen, amen.
Now go on, make all your little music, all your little nasty music.
That's good.
Nah, but it's real sweet. You got a gentle touch to it. So I really enjoy your music, to be honest with you. Thank you so much for joining us, Brandon.
You're welcome.
Okay. All right. Listeners, if you are just tuning in, we're done, baby. So this has been a great night with Brandon Roberts, the soul singing artist, and me, Miss Unspeakable Joy, Kelly Holland. Of course, we have Batman. He's there. He's always there. And we are signing off. Good night, everyone.
All right.
Good night, everybody.
Before we go, Kelly, just want to let everybody know you're interested in booking Brandon Roberts for your event once all of this is over, or you can book him online right now. You can reach out to his agent, Miss April Ridley, at 757-837-2722. And I hope I said that right. I didn't have my glasses on. Let me put them on real quick. And
I'm sure you said it right, but let's go over it one last time.
One last time. Here we go. 757-837-2722. And if you didn't get that, just reach out to the Batman on Messenger or Facebook Live. All right. We out of here.
Here we go.
Thank you, Kelly Holland.
Good night.
Peace, y'all.
You're welcome. Good night.
You're listening to Royce Worldwide Podcast.
Felt this way before. No, 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 no. And girl, you never been so sure, but everything about this feels so right. Girl, I can't help myself. I don't wanna be with anyone else.